There are several diagnostic messages that will be displayed to indicate an electrical problem with the ProLogic. To properly troubleshoot the ProLogic, it may be necessary to take voltage and resistance readings using a digital multimeter. No cell power means the current chlorinator cycle has ended due to no voltage being detected when the cell power relay was turned on. Verify that the turbo cell is plugged into the main circuit board. If the turbo cell is plugged in, remove the local display. Measure the voltage between the yellow terminals on the main board. The voltage should be 20 to 24 volts AC. If the voltage is not present, shut off power to the control box, disconnect the blue and white wires located in the lower left corner from the main board. Insert the meter leads into the blue and white wire connectors and measure the resistance. The reading should be between 2.0 and 2.9 ohms. If the reading is outside the range, the transformer is bad and should be replaced. If the reading is good, disconnect the violet and gray wires from the main board. Insert the meter leads into the violet and gray wire connectors and measure the resistance. The reading should be between 2.0 and 2.9 ohms. If the reading is outside the range, the transformer is bad and should be replaced. If the voltage between the yellow terminals is good, measure the voltage between the orange terminals on the main board. The voltage should be 20 to 24 volts AC. If the voltage is not present, remove the 20 amp fuse from the main board. Measure the continuity of the fuse. The reading should be 0 ohms. If the fuse measures open, the fuse is bad and should be replaced. If the voltage between the orange terminals is good, measure the voltage between the red and black terminals on the main board. The voltage should be 18 to 33 volts DC. If the voltage is low or not present, one or both of the rectifiers are bad and should be replaced. If the voltage between the red and black wires is good, the main board is bad and should be replaced. A blank local display or no LEDs is caused by either a bad display or no voltage to the display from the main board. Remove the local display from the main board. Remove black and white wires from the lower right corner of the main board. Insert the meter leads into the black and white wire connectors. The reading should be 110 to 120 VAC. If there is no voltage, verify that the circuit breaker used to power the ProLogic is in the on position. If the voltage is good, unplug the local display connector from the main board. Measure the voltage between pins 1 and 3 on the connector on the main board. The reading should be 9 to 11 volts DC. If there is no voltage, replace the main board. If voltage is present, replace the local display. If a piece of equipment connected to one of the high voltage relays does not turn on when the corresponding button is pushed, there may be a problem with the ProLogic main board or the high voltage relay. Remove the relay cover. Measure the voltage across the relay coil. The reading should be 18 to 24 volts DC. If there is no voltage, replace the main board. If voltage is present, the relay may be bad. With the relay energized, measure the continuity between contact terminals 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. The reading should be 0 ohms. If one or both of the contacts are open, the relay is bad and needs to be replaced. If the contacts are good, then the problem is either in the piece of equipment that is being controlled by the relay or the wiring from the ProLogic to the piece of equipment. If a heater does not turn on, there may be a problem in the ProLogic main board. In the configuration menu, verify that the heater is enabled and in auto control. In the settings menu, set the desired temperature to at least 1 degree higher than the actual water temperature. Verify that the filter pump is on and the heater LED is illuminated. Measure the continuity of the heater relay contact. The reading should be 0 ohms. If the contact reads open, the heater relay on the main board is bad. The main board needs to be replaced. If the contact is good, the problem is in the wiring between the heater and the ProLogic. If a valve actuator does not turn when the corresponding valve button is pushed, there may be a problem with the ProLogic or the valve actuator. Verify that the actuator connector is plugged into the correct connection. Verify that the actuator toggle switch is not in the off position. Unplug the actuator connector from the main board. Measure the voltage on the actuator connector pins on the main board. If the actuator is turned on, the reading between the lower pin and the center pin should be 20 to 24 volts AC. If there is no voltage reading, the main board is bad and needs to be replaced. If there is a voltage reading, the valve actuator is bad and needs to be replaced. If the actuator is turned off, the reading between the lower pin and the upper pin will be 20 to 24 volts AC. If there is no voltage reading, the main board is bad and needs to be replaced. If there is a voltage reading, the valve actuator is bad and needs to be replaced.